5:30. Welcome to everyone. You knew I need to do it again.
I don't know if it's on, but
Maybe it is not. There, no, it was not. Okay. This is a regular meeting of the Board of Public Works, February 18th, 2020 at 5:30. Welcome, everyone. And I have some good news. Only 30 days left until spring. So let's move on. That's all right. Any messages from board members? I would like to thank the street crews who are always ready in case of a weather emergency. They do a good job when we have one. Let's hope we don't have many more this winter, but thank you all. Next up, petitions and remonstrances. Any petitions or remonstrances? Consent agenda. There are 5 items on the consent agenda. Approval of minutes, February 4th, 2020. Approved 2020 service agreement with Ann Chris LLC for maintenance and repair of parking facilities. Approved 2020 service agreement with Evans Time, Inc. for maintenance on PARCS equipment. Resolution 2020-11. Approved renewal of mobile vendor in the public right-of-way, Doner Kebab, and approval of payroll. Any comments, questions? You have a motion?
I move approval of the consent agenda.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Consent agenda is approved. Moving on to new business. First item on the under new business is approved noise permit for nighttime work on East 3rd State Road 46 from E&B Paving, June 1st through July 31st.
Good evening. Christina Smith from the Public Works Department. E&B Paving is requesting a noise permit for nighttime work from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. along East 3rd Street, State Road 46, from the South College Mall Road to East State Road 446. E&B Paving was awarded the contract for NDOT's milling resurfacing curb ramp replacement project, where nighttime work was a condition of the bid. This work will start on June 1st of 2020 and run through July 31st, with a completion date of August the 8th. The approval of this permit will waive the city's noise ordinance from construction equipment noise throughout the above-mentioned dates. Staff is supportive of the noise permit. Happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Any public comment? No? We have a motion.
I move approval of the noise permit for nighttime work on East 3rd State Road 46 for E&B Paving from June 1st to July 31st.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Approve request from Garmong Construction Services for Trades District Garage Sidewalk Closure, Wednesday, February 19th until March 1st, 2021.
Hi, Sarah Gomez, Planning and Transportation Department. Garmon Construction Services is requesting a sidewalk closure on the south side of 10th Street in order to construct the Trades District parking garage. The original closure was approved on January 17th with the intent of them to come to the board as soon as possible to get the approval of the board to keep it closed until February 28th, 2021. They've supplied a maintenance traffic plan for all the work. Staff has reviewed the request and recommends approval for sidewalk closure on West 10th Street.
So in the staff report, it says February 28th, but on the agenda, it says until March 1st.
2021.
Yeah. So I think is February 28th the last day of February 2021.
Okay.
So when I asked Karina to help put this together, I think I said until
End of February.
Until the end of February, so that March 1st it should be
Okay,
open.
so it's on the contract,
Apologies.
February 28th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be open March 1st would be the.
Okay, so we'll change
Yeah.
that. Any questions? from the board? No. Any public comment? Yes. Would you come forward and state your name, please?
Hi, Greg Alexander. Three things that I'd like to bring to your attention. First off, it's been closed already for 7 weeks since the end of December. I go by there every day. And also, it says it's just going to close the sidewalk on 10th Street between Rogers and Madison, but the sidewalk on Rogers Street, on the east side of Rogers Street, has already got a partial closure for this project. When they got permission from the Plan Commission, they said that the sidewalk on Rogers would be unaffected, but it's been blocked consistently between 30 and 80%, which is to say inconsistently. The fence moves just about every day. People have parked heavy equipment on the sidewalk and moved the fence out around it. Like, there's a reason the sidewalk is 8 feet wide there, and it's being infringed upon. And one other issue, it doesn't matter what you say, they've already demolished the sidewalk they've requested to close. Thanks.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
Had we approved the Rogers Street sidewalk being closed?
We'll look into the Rogers Street. It's never been a full closure that I'm aware of, but if that's been the case, we'll make sure to work with the contractor. That is a Plan Commission approval process, part of it, so we'll certainly work with the contractor to make sure that the Rogers Street sidewalk goes unobstructed.
Okay. Sarah, do you have any comments?
I would just say that I've already conveyed to them, and they've already moved the fence in quite some time ago so that the Rogers Street sidewalk would remain open. There are feet that go into it, but there should still be enough room for PROAG standards for passing of the sidewalk, and that's supposed to remain, so.
So when Sarah refers to the PROAG standards, that's going to be a 54-inch free and clear path from, and so we'll obviously be working to make sure that that's maintained, and we'll work closely with the contractor on just that.
Probably closed it for safety reasons, public safety reasons.
There's been some occasions where I'm sure that's the reason. They're putting in fencing, they're moving equipment, things like that.
Sure.
Is that on the south side of 10th?
What's that?
Is that like the corner of 10th and Rogers?
Yes, it'd be the southeast corner of 10th and Rogers, or near the Beeline crossing there.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any further comment?
It is obstructed 30% right now, 30%.
Okay. So there'll
He
be,
needs to
But,
come.
oh, well. Okay. So if you'd like to give more comment, please come to the podium.
I'm sorry, I don't know the procedure of this meeting. It's right now it's 30% obstructed. They said to the Plan Commission it would be literally unaffected. That was a verbatim quote, unaffected. It's been affected. It's a nuisance to me. It's hard to pass with my bike, with my kids, with other people there. There is a good amount of traffic. It connects directly to the Beeline, and they specifically said it would be unaffected.
thank you. Any other comments, Sarah? Any other comments? You have,
I can make sure that it doesn't remain obstructed for sure.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? May I have a motion to approve request from Garmong Construction for Trades District garage sidewalk closure Wednesday, February 19th until February 28th, 2021.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Approve acceptance of Southern Indiana Medical Park final plat.
Hi, again, Sarah Gomez, Planning and Transportation Department. Southern Indiana Medical Park Phase 3 Amendment 1 Final Plat was approved by the Plat Committee on 1/13/2020. This plat is an amendment to change a 15-foot sanitary sewer easement to a 20-foot utility easement. There's no dedication of right-of-way and no public improvements are required with the plat. Signatures from the Board of Public Works is required. Staff recommends the approval of the final plat.
So this change order has not been completed yet? I mean, that's just for the,
So it's just an amendment, so it's not approved, it's not officially changed and recorded until
Okay.
your signatures are
All
on
right.
the plat.
okay, thank you. I have a motion?
Is there any public comment?
Any public comment? No public left.
Move approval of the acceptance of the Southern Indiana Medical Park final plat.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Approve acceptance of Whitehall Crossing subdivision amendment number 9 final plat.
Again, Sarah Gomez, Planning and Transportation Department. The Whitehall Crossing subdivision, Amendment 9, final plat was approved through the Plat Committee on 6/10/2019. The final plat includes the requirement for street trees. The public improvement bond estimate was reviewed and approved by Planning and Transportation staff as follows. There will be 7 2-inch caliper street trees required along Gates Drive, bonded for at $5,687.50. Staff recommends the approval of the final plat and the bond amount for the public improvements as well.
Any public comment on the Whitehall Crossing subdivision final plat? Have a motion?
I move approval of the acceptance of Whitehall Crossing subdivision amendment number 9 final plat.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Approve request from Milestone Contractors LLC for temporary street closure on East Discovery Parkway, Monday, February 17th until Tuesday, June 30th.
Paul Kerberg, Planning and Transportation. Milestone Contractors is requesting to close a section of East Discovery Parkway, east of the State Road 4546 bypass. Milestone was awarded the contract for an NDOT project, which includes intersection improvements, traffic signal installation, and street reconstruction on East Discovery Parkway. This request will accommodate that work. Milestone has provided an NDOT-approved maintenance of traffic plan for all of the work, and there have been several meetings with stakeholders regarding the project, including representatives from NDOT, the City of Bloomington, Indiana University Police Department, IU Health, and Wilhelm, which is the contractor for the new hospital. Staff recommends approval of the full closure.
So this is a complete closure of East Discovery?
Yes, it is.
Temporary, okay. And the bypass comes around, I mean, the detour comes around on 10th Street and comes in the back way?
Yes, they'll go 10th Street and then up the other part
Okay.
of Discovery Parkway.
Thank you. Any questions? Any public comment? Have a motion?
I move approval of the request from Milestone Contractors LLC for the temporary street closure on East Discovery Parkway, February 17th through June 30th.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Paul. Approve request from City of Bloomington Utilities for street closure on East 12th Street, Monday, February 24th until Friday, March the 20th.
Paul Kerberg with Planning and Transportation again. City of Bloomington Utilities is requesting to close East 12th Street from North Lincoln Street to North Dunn Street. There's a sanitary sewer line in the street in need of replacement. At the same time, they're going to replace an old undersized water main. Crews plan to start on one end and probably close about 30 feet at one time and work down along the street. This closure will accommodate all of that work. CBU has supplied a maintenance of traffic plan, and they will also send public notice to property owners about their plans for all of the work. Staff has reviewed their request and recommend approval of the closure.
So do you know if the notice has been sent yet to the property owners?
I do not know yet.
But they will have access most of the time by just doing 30 feet at a time. They
Yes.
work
yeah,
that
they-
out so that.
Yep, that's why they're only doing small sections at a time.
Okay. Any other questions? No. Public comment? You have a motion?
I move approval of the request from City of Bloomington Utilities for the street closure on East 12th Street, February 24th through March 20th.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Next is approved change order number 2 with CE Solutions for Walnut Street Garage Stairwell Project.
Ryan Daly, Public Works, Parking Garages. In 2019, the City of Bloomington requested an evaluation of the stair proposal in lieu of replacement. Work was to include an on-site assessment and documentation for the contractors to bid work of repair. We hired CE Solutions for additional service beyond their original scope to design bid documents to assess the stairwell, piecemeal replacement of that stairwell, document and sketches to repair work after determining that the stairwell was in such dire condition. We went ahead and told them to stop work and go ahead and proceed with construction documents for a new stairwell. This was a 2019 mid-year project that just didn't make it to the board during that time, and so we're bringing it now.
Any questions? So there've been a couple of fee adjustments. Did you?
Yes, it was just the fee adjustment for the additional services they had to perform. Their original scope of work was to design building documents for a new stairwell. We asked them mid-year to stop and reevaluate to see if we could actually make repairs to it, and come into the conclusion that we couldn't. It was too deteriorated by that point.
When do you think that it will be completed?
We're going to be complete in 2 weeks, weather permitting, end of this month. We may have a little bad weather tomorrow. They're working on the exterior glass right now and installing that. That's all weather. They have to get up on a 50-foot lift and put that stuff up, so they don't like to work in windy conditions.
Okay, that's good. Okay, any public comment? May I have a motion?
I move approval of change order number 2 with CE Solutions for Walnut Street Garage Stairwell Project.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Approve change order number 4 with Ann Chris for Walnut Street Garage Stairwell Project.
Ryan Daly, Public Works, Parking Garages. We had a few change orders for this stairwell project. We're bringing 5 to the board today. The following change orders were requested for the Walnut Street garage repair. Removal of silicone off 3 levels of the block walls and prep for painting. The 2 bottom levels of the parking garage stairwell was covered in silicone over the top layer of paint. This incurred additional labor costs to remove prior to painting. This is a change order of $2,119.20. 3 additional months of rent of barricades for the construction site. Due to project delays and additional change order requests, the contractor was directed to rent protective barriers around the work site. That was an additional change order of $2,937. Reroute the sprinkler system for our new exits. Due to the new exit stairwell, the sprinkler system was rerouted to new exit locations. It was a $925 change order. Install paint and new handrails for the new exit lanes. The new handrails were installed at each point of the stairwell. This was a $3,500 change. And finally, repair and install a ceiling in the restaurant below the parking garage stairwell on level 2 landing. And during construction, it was discovered that a stairwell landing plate above level 2 opened up into the restaurant below. We had to do some insulation and framing to make sure that there was a firewall there. This was a change order of $2,160. Total change orders $11,641.20. And I won't have to come before you anymore for any more change orders after this. Project will be complete.
Yes. The project is complete, or it will be soon?
Will be complete.
Okay. Soon?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, the whole thing, 2 weeks.
And
okay.
that's a photo of the stairwell where they had to go in and grind off all the silicone off the walls on 2 levels of the facility. That's the new standpipe, firewall standpipe, moved from its original planned location down to the base of the stairwell. And there's the new exit
Okay.
ramp that leads off of the stairwell right into the garage.
Okay. And you're pleased with the way it's
Very pleased.
Coming together.
Looks really good.
finally?
Yeah, they've done it. He's done a really great job in there.
Good. Looks good. Thank you. Comments, questions? Public comment? Okay, we have a motion.
I move approval of change order number 4 with Ann Chris for Walnut Street stairwell project.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Motion
Thank
passes.
you.
Resolution 2020-10, approved declaration of surplus property from Fleet Division.
Good evening, Michael Large, Public Works. Tonight, we are bringing to you a list of vehicles that have met the end of their service life for the city of Bloomington. This is representative of vehicles from many different departments, including our own, utility, street, parks. This resolution is just to deem those as surplus so that we can begin the process of selling them to acquire funds that will go back into the vehicle replacement fund for the city of Bloomington.
And there are 19 on this list this time? did
That
you
is
say?
correct.
Out of a list of how many that you're going to,
There are approximately 57 currently that
Okay.
we would like to be deemed surplus, but in this first round, we are going with these 19 because they are the most applicable to the overall process of the new auction that we are looking to implement.
this is a new, govdeals.com is something new
That
that
is
you're
correct.
working
They
on.
are a well-established, reputable online auction site that is utilized by more than 1,400 municipalities across the country. And we are looking to partner with them to start alleviating our surplus vehicle. It's really about a spacing issue, to start acquiring some space back that's currently being taken up at the fleet lot.
That was going to be my question, because there are like a couple that I just noticed right now that have like 30,000, 50,000 miles. And
Yeah.
I was just wondering, clearly those aren't at the end of their usable life, they're just not of use to us
That's exactly
anymore.
right. Those vehicles with lower miles were utilized to move around temporary part-time employees by the Parks Department. So they've been around for quite a few years, more than a decade, in serving that purpose of low mileage within the city
Okay.
So it'll be good to sell them.
while they
Excellent.
still have value, exactly.
Good. Thank you. Any other questions? Public comment? Not? Have a
I
Approval?
move approval of resolution 2020-10, approved declaration of surplus property from the Fleet Division.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Approved primary and secondary asphalt suppliers for 2020 milestone contractors and E and B paving. We opened the bids yesterday, work session.
Good evening, I'm Waste Public Works Director, standing in for Joe Van Devender. So we received our asphalt bids yesterday, and after reviewing the bids, we are requesting that Milestone Contractors be awarded the primary bid, and that we would also award E&B Paving as the secondary bid in the instance that Milestone was not able to provide the asphalt as needed. We reviewed all the costs, and while Milestone's plant is a little bit further out, we calculated in the additional fuel to and from, and based on the overall tonnage of asphalt required, it's still going to be lower overall cost to us. So we're asking that Milestone be approved as the primary and E&B as the secondary for asphalt for 2020.
So may I have a motion, please?
I move approval of our primary and secondary asphalt suppliers for 2020, Milestone Contractors as our primary and E&B Paving as our secondary.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Any staff reports?
Nothing major this evening. I know Chris is going to highlight one of our animals for adoption. Do want folks to know that we've got we're working on some announcements about the upcoming construction season. We'll also be coming forward with some changes to recommend changes to our sanitation program in regards to overall cost and how that is reflected through new costs that we've been seeing with our recycling program. We'll likely do that at the March 2nd meeting with the board. And otherwise, happy that the snow has stayed in the away and will hopefully continue to do so. And if you have any questions, though, I'd be happy to answer any.
Chris, you're up.
Okay.
Aha.
This evening's highlight, we are highlighting Enzo. Enzo is been at the shelter for quite a while. He is 2 years old. He is very good at giving snuggles, and he can sit and lay and do very well with commands. He maybe might be a little zealous with cats, so maybe if you have cats, it's not quite a good fit. But if you're looking for a wonderful, docile, but energetic, if that I can say that, dog that just wants to be loved, Enzo is the dog for you. I am happy to say that Emily emailed me from the animal shelter later today, and Enzo does have 2 meet and greets set up with potential adopters for
Good.
next week, so things are looking a little better, but just in case
Yes, absolutely.
you're looking for a forever home, always remember to adopt a shelter animal.
Any others?
No, this is,
Just the only feature
Enzo just
tonight is
kind of
Enzo.
deserves this is his 30 seconds of fame.
Yeah, good. Thank you. It's very cute.
Thank
A
you.
Cute tongue.
Yeah.
Any other business?
Nope,
No.
not today.
Approval of claims?
Thank you. I move approval of the register of claims in the amount of $1,227,069.85.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Claims have been approved. And now the meeting is adjourned. Thank you all very much.